With most of Week 1 in the books, let's recap the key takeaways, starting with the exciting Thursday night rematch between the Ravens and the Chiefs. The game lived up to the hype as the Chiefs won 27-20. Despite the tough loss for Baltimore, my takeaway is that they'll be fine. Though they had some mental missteps, they were just a foot away from potentially winning it in regulation. I expect their offensive line to improve over time, and both Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson should find their rhythm as the season progresses. For Kansas City, the offense performed well against a solid defense. Both Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy made strong debuts, showcasing the depth of their receiving core. While Isaiah Pacheco and Travis Kelce didn't have standout games, the ability to rely on other players is crucial for the Chiefs' quest for a third consecutive championship. On defense, Leo Kino also had a standout performance, making his presence felt all over the field. Moving to the Eagles versus Packers game, Philadelphia had a rocky start with 2 turnovers on their first 2 possessions and Jalen Hurts throwing 2 ugly interceptions. However, as they say, a win is a win. The receiving duo of A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith shine, combining for over 200 yards. Saquon Barkley, in his first game with the Eagles, showed off his skills, benefiting from having a solid supporting cast. Zach Bond also played one of his best games, crucial to the Eagles' victory. For the Packers, we're all relieved that Jordan Love is expected to miss only 3 to 6 weeks following his injury. Jayden Reed had a strong performance, which bodes well for the season. One concern I noticed was Love's tendency to throw off his back foot, which seemed exaggerated in this game, potentially influenced by the field conditions. Nevertheless, I believe Love is a talented player, and the Packers' playoff chances remain alive despite a Week 1 loss. Next, let's discuss the Cardinals versus Bills game. Arizona initially led 17-3 and looked promising, executing 3 drives of 10-plus plays in the first half. However, their momentum faltered in the second half as play calling and defense let them down. It's disheartening to see Marvin Harrison Jr. have just 1 catch in his debut, and Kyler Murray struggled with only 161 passing yards. I'll be watching Drew Petting's adjustments closely in the coming weeks, as it was a tale of 2 halves for the team. Despite the lackluster performance, Buffalo secured the win, with Josh Allen contributing 4 total touchdowns and 9 different players catching passes, a promising sign for their offensive depth. Finally, on to the Dolphins versus Jaguars matchup. Tyreek Hill had a pregame incident, yet both he and Jalen Waddle surpassed 100 receiving yards in a narrow 20-17 victory. I was slightly disappointed in the Dolphins' ground game, crediting the Jags' defense for that. I'm eager to see how Mike McDaniel utilizes his backfield in the upcoming weeks. Despite being down 17-7 at halftime, Miami rallied back to secure the win, showcasing their resilience and potential for the season ahead. Looking forward to an exciting slate of games in Week 2.